Wow, that's
Um,
crazy. Wait, what the fuck?
honestly, my honest opinion is that
The one I'm on though.
I
What the
think
hell?
people
Yeah, I'm
say they
going.
like random, but I don't think they realize what that means. Because with completely random zones, some team is just gonna get lucky. Like, they're gonna get lucky with zone, and then they're just gonna have the god spot building randomly given to
I'm
them,
back,
and
I'm
they are
back,
gonna be
let's go.
chilling and like win because of that, right? And that's not fair. I don't like that either. I like the idea of random, but that's gonna be the case regardless. If you make predictable zones, then there's at least some skill involved with getting god spot building, right? Even though it might not be optimal, but at least it's skill based and not just RNG based. Regardless of it being high skilled or low skilled, it's still skill based instead of RNG.
Bro,
And
I'm getting ganked, bro.
RNG is not good in competitive. RNG is never good. Like, having randomness determine who's the best player is not good. Just adapt. It's not about
You guys
adapting.
doing the
It's about
crazy
getting
zip
lucky
stuff, not
and
me.
winning the game because you're lucky. Other pro community should know each zone and understand what they need to do to win. Knowing that
Oh my god, Superman.
yeah. That's the thing. That's really good. But if you only have that information late, like for zone 3 and 4, that's where the problem occurs. Like, then someone might just
Bro,
be
I can't
camping
even
in a building from zone 1,
see
right?
your
And get
ass.
lucky and just win because they're lucky. Like, I've tried to be the devil's advocate in this thing, and I understand both cases. I like the idea of it being random zones, because then it's like skill that decides who wins and shit like that. But in reality, it just ends up with someone getting lucky and winning because of that. And
I'm back in action.
getting lucky and winning because of
This
that. And
bitch,
honestly,
dude.
like non-random zones is higher skill based. Because with non-random, like, so we played both
Now
strats in competitive, playing edge for random zones and shit like that. And that playstyle is way easier than actually playing for rotations, practicing rotation, trials and error, like adapting, practicing people's
You know,
timings,
you remember when you
etc,
can use
etc,
to
etc,
zip
etc.
bounce all the time? You
But
reckon they
with
should
random
remove
zones,
that?
you don't need any of that, and it lowers the skill cap. And that just
I guess.
lowers the
like,
competitive requirements.
it's a
to
weird
be the
mechanic,
best.
but like,
You should have the skill cap really high in competitive, otherwise it's not
yeah, I don't know.
competitive.
It kind of ruined Path really badly, and I like the Path meta.
Do you know how long till next game? We don't have time, Kelly.
No clue.
I'm checking.
There's no code.
Everybody's played already. Should come up very soon. Because it says the start time is 7:20. I mean, 8:20 for Gunnar, 7:20 for us. The reason why I think
What
the
I mean
zip
by
bouncing thing was
third
more of a
floor
skill
ring.
thing, right?
Give me a
No,
sec.
it was really easy.
What I mean by 3/4 ring knowledge at the end is because you have the end zone into your launch side. You wouldn't know which until the ring closes. No, that's my point. That's why it's bad. Because, like, give me a sec. I've done this explanation a couple times. But basically, like, if you have a zone that's like this, so you don't know if it's tree or launch side, and let's say you're then playing in launch side. Let's say you land like north side and you don't know what to rotate, right? And you can't be picky with spots, and you end up playing this building, and then it pulls over to tree. The game essentially is just on hard mode for you compared to the people in tree where it's on easy mode. The reward for winning this game for the team here is that, wow, it's a cool game. It's hard to win this game. It's very nice that you win this game. It requires a lot of skill, blah, blah, blah. But the reward in terms of points gained is the same as the teams playing on easy mode. And if you have a team playing on hard and a team playing on easy mode, that's not competitive, in my opinion. But if you know where the zone is, you know it for guaranteed, wherever you see this ring, you know that it's launch side. Then the team in Refinery that has, like, this the toughest rotate or whatever, they can start practicing. All right, let's try to go through Lava City. Okay, we can't play Lava City because the Lava City team, they rotate here and they play here with the timing that we cannot beat, blah, blah, blah. So let's try it from sorting side. So we try it from sorting side. Okay, maybe the sorting team is doing something, so we can't do that. And then they keep trying, trial and error, right? And in the end, they learn it and they can win because they are just smarter than the other teams. It's pure skill. That decides, right? But with randomness, it's just easy or hard mode. It's luck. It's just luck. There's not much more to it. I don't like that. I don't think anyone would like people that are arguing for random zones. Most of the people I've talked with that were advocating for random zones changed their mind when I gave them this explanation, and the other people that don't agree with it, like LG Rugby was a strong advocate for random zones. I honestly think he doesn't know the consequences that goes along with randomness in zones. He just sees it that, oh, it's harder and it's more skill based. But I don't actually think he knows exactly what it means with having random zones. And yeah, I don't know. I think random zones is just never the play. Randomness is never the play in a competitive game. So you don't want that 50-50 after job of deciding to go long side slash tree. You would rather be clear of knowing where to rotate. Yes, because yeah, that's what I would prefer. And the argument that goes against that is that then you could everyone would just run to the zone and play for where it ends, right? Because that's the best playstyle, right? But that didn't really happen back in the days in the early OTs. Zones were predictable. We were the only team playing that playstyle. TSM was the only team in NA playing that playstyle. So that is not the case. That gets rid of that argument. The other argument is that it's boring to see teams camp in the lobby in the zones, right? Sure, it might be, but the thing is that playstyle where you go to a zone is very rarely possible unless you have one of two spots. So if you have one of two spots, then you can do that playstyle, but the other teams can't really do that playstyle, which means that 18 other teams are gonna have to play like edge kind of playstyle, and that's where then you have that trial and error. Scrims mean more. You can practice more, way more skill based. Basically, it's just more skill based having predictable zones. That's it. I appreciate the insight. I'll clip your explanation and bring it to the team. Alright, that sounds cool, man. Thanks. I have sub only VOD.